Fostering economic inclusion at the Urban League of Nebraska's Supplier Diversity Trade Conference. Entrepreneurs connected with procurement officers and other stakeholders in hopes of creating business opportunities. The event included workshops, panel discussions, and keynote presentations promoting growth and development. Many corporations were represented with the intention of getting more minority business owners on board with future projects.
This is a perfect avenue wherein we can get to connect with those who are often overlooked and more often at a disadvantage when it comes to procurement.
Urban League of Nebraska's CEO Wayne Brown says the event underscores the commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion in the business community.